I'm gonna head to the store right now. I need to get some refills of things, and I have 3 very ripe bananas, so I want to make some banana bread. And I need butter and olive oil and some other things. So I'm gonna stop by Trader Joe's. Back from my grocery store run. I also had a package, so I'm gonna open that up. Okay, Trader Joe's haul. Gluten-free bagels. I just got these a few days ago. Honestly, for gluten-free, pretty good. So, got some more of those. Got some steaks for dinner tonight. Sriracha, because I ran out. Butter, because I ran out. And also because I really want to make banana bread. So, gonna use that. Got some more olive oil, because I ran out. And I got some, like, immunity shots, because I woke up with a sore throat today. And it's almost the new year, New Year's Eve, and I don't want to be sick. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to not get sick. So I think I'm gonna take one of the ginger shots right now. And then tomorrow morning with my breakfast, I'll probably have the turmeric one. Okay, I figured I would just try this. Coconut water, ginger juice, lemon juice, cayenne pepper. I've never had these ones from Trader Joe's. Had them from other juice bars and stuff. So let's see. Normally I cannot finish the whole shot because it's too spicy. Okay, honestly, it's not bad. I've had much worse. Okay, let's get to baking. In the oven. I have to bake it for about an hour. I have a little package here from Revolve. This was the order that I placed a few days ago. They had a sale. Specifically, Samsu had some sale items on Revolve. And I've loved the brand for a while now, but ever since my trip to Copenhagen, have loved it even more. But unfortunately, I don't think you can get anything shipped from the Samsu website to the US. So I ordered these jeans. They are like a light potassium wash. Seems like they are pretty baggy too. These are the jeans. Oh, they're so good. I love them. Got one size up in the waist, and they fit perfectly. Super relaxed and baggy, and I feel like that's one problem with baggy jeans is sometimes it's not as flattering from the back, but these have a very, very nice fit. So good. I'm gonna link these on my Shop My. Chef's kiss. I love everything about them. It's actually my first day back to work. I've been off for the last 2 weeks for a little holiday break, but today is my first day back. So I just got ready. I have to head out the door in like 10 minutes, but I haven't filmed much in this new year. Kind of just wanted to come on because I've had a bit of a rough start to the new year. It's funny because I went on TikTok the other day and someone was saying, oh, like the Lunar New Year doesn't start until January 29th, or like the month of February, I believe. And all of the comments were like, that's why January is giving 2025 energy, which I just related to. So if you're having a tough start to the new year, don't worry, you're not alone. And I do feel like 2026 will be a great year. I've just been feeling a bit down. I think going out for New Year's Eve and just socializing for the whole night probably took a toll on me, as well as the drinking. Not really my style to throw back shots anymore. So I think that's definitely taking a toll on me, and just other factors in my personal life definitely that I'm just trying to navigate. But yeah, it's a new week. I'm back to work. I am excited to see my boss and my work friends and to just start feeling productive in that way. I feel like I was pretty productive over this break, in the sense that I just took time for myself. I spent time on my hobbies. I have been journaling a lot the past few days, which I feel like has been very good for my mental health. And that's something that I definitely want to continue doing throughout this year. I'm gonna do a whole segment in this video just kind of going over my journal and all of my goals for the new year, and because I'm really excited to show my journal and kind of the prompts that I've been using. But yeah, I hope that everyone has an amazing day and Happy New Year. I started this book called Don't Be in Love back in October. I think it was in the beginning of October, before my trip to London and Copenhagen, because this book is based in London. It is about a girl who went to study abroad in London. I believe on her first week there, she went out on a night out with her friends. She meets this boy and they end up sleeping together that night. But what she doesn't know is that he comes from a very well-known family. There's like a lot of talk about him in the press, and her roommate also has a crush on him, is like interested in him. I found this book on TikTok. It was kind of suggested to me as like this love triangle book, sort of similar to The Summer I Turned Pretty, which I really enjoyed those novels and the show. I will say I just finished this. What would I rate it? I don't know. Honestly, I think I would give it maybe a 6 out of 10. It's a very easy read. I think it's about 300 pages. I was kind of under the impression that the main character's roommate had like a past or history with this boy, and there was just going to be a lot of narrative around that, but it kind of turned out that the roommate just has a crush on him and doesn't know him personally, but knows him because of the press and because he comes from a well-known family. I didn't love the main character. I just found her communication to be very bad, and I think that she could have avoided a lot of problems if she was just honest with her friend from the beginning. Even when her friend found out later on in the book, she was obviously upset because of her lack of communication, but it kind of just blew over and was resolved after that. I also just think it was very predictable. I was craving something a little bit more from it, and I honestly wasn't really rooting for the main girl and the boy to get together. It seemed very lustful, in my opinion. If anyone has any new book recommendations for me, please let me know. I just ordered The Midnight Library. My work is doing a little book club. I really want to get into more like coming of age novels, something that'll kind of stimulate my brain and just get me thinking. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is journaling. Obviously, it's a new year. I got this journal as a Christmas gift. It's from Nuna. I've never gotten their journals before, but I've heard really great things about it, so I wanted to try it. And my mom got me this one for Christmas, so I was really excited about it. Pages inside are not lined, but they're actually dotted. I've never had a dotted journal before, but I like how the spacing is a lot smaller, and I tend to write pretty small. I feel like it was just an easier guideline for me with my writing. I had a journal for years. I was gifted it my first year of college, and I used it for all throughout college and even maybe for the first year or two afterwards. I think that when I used that journal, I really went to write in it when I had a lot going on in my life. I had a lot of negative thoughts and anxiety going on in my head that I let out on paper in that way. I remember seeing that journal in the corner of my room, and I was just not drawn to it anymore. I didn't want to open it up. I didn't want to read anything from it. It just didn't get me excited to write more stories in it. And I really just wanted to make an active effort this time with writing my whole life in here, everything in here, the good and the bad. But I feel like with my old journal, it was just encompassing all of the bad, and I didn't really go to it to write good things that were happening in my life. So got rid of that journal, but I'm so happy now that I have a new one and kind of just this fresh blank canvas to write in. I started a few prompts to start off my new year, kind of just a reflection on last year. I actually found these questions on someone's Substack. I answered some prompts like, what was your favorite memory you made? Biggest personal achievements? How do you feel most different from a year ago? Most important lessons that I learned? Biggest impact on my life? And describing 2025 in 5 words. So I put growth, friendship, challenging, love, and laughter. 2025 was definitely very, very challenging year, but you know, it was also filled with amazing memories. I got to travel to so many new places. I spent so much time with friends and a growing period in my life. I also did a page of my 2025 recap and something a little bit more fun and lighthearted. I wrote down my Spotify Wrapped artist and then my top 5 songs. I wrote down some new friends that I made last year, my favorite movie I watched, my favorite TV show I watched, a list of all the places I've traveled to and any new hobbies that I had. And then on the next page, I wrote some prompts down for this year. Who do I want to spend more time with? What personal quality do I want to develop? And just some healthy habits that I want to develop this year as well. And yeah, I'm really excited. I also made a page of my bucket list and my goals for this year. I saw this idea, which I thought was very cute. When I was younger, I would make a bucket list every single summer. Like I'm sure a lot of you have, but it's just so fun and brings me back to that childlike, youthful energy. So I absolutely love this idea. I take a pottery class, dance during sunset, swim in the ocean, frolic in a grassy field wearing a long dress. Bonus points if there are flowers, and bonus points if the dress is white. Read a fashion magazine, eat a really good gluten-free pain au chocolat, finish a page of my coloring book, have a sleepover with a girlfriend, ride a horse. It is the year of the horse, and I've only went horseback riding once when I was maybe in middle school. I just feel like I want to channel that energy for this year. So ride a horse, that's also on my bucket list. Have a craft night with friends, give a gift to my mom on a random day. And then I also wrote down reunion with my best friends from home. These are just some things to kind of keep it lighthearted and fun, I think. And I'm just so excited to come back to this and check it off one by one throughout this year. I think what I also really want to do is just take my journal with me everywhere I go this year and make it a habit to write in throughout the day, through a random day, take it on trips. If I'm going to a coffee shop, definitely want to treat this as just my diary and writing everything in it. And so yeah, I'm so excited, and it's just gorgeous. So I feel like that makes me even more excited to use it. I also went on Amazon a few days ago and found this sticker book, which is also so cute. It's pretty small, but it has over 700 stickers, I believe. I really love the idea of just decking out my journal in a bunch of stickers to kind of give it that playful feeling and not so serious, I guess. But this one, so cute. The drawings and the little cartoons, animations, and all of that they're just so fun, and they're so positive and cute and a little bit sarcastic. Adds such a nice pop of color and image to your journal prompts or anything like that. So very excited to use this as well. As you can see, I'm very into my journal this year. But another thing that I was doing some research on were pens. Recently found out that there is a huge community for pens. There's like a whole thread on Reddit of people talking about their favorite pens and what pens are the best, which I thought was really funny. I found this pack of 5 Sarasa Zebra vintage clip pens, 0.5 millimeters. They all come in different colors. I really like these. I like to use colored pens for my prompts to kind of give it some color. And then just for writing and answering any of my prompts, I just use the Pilot G2 0.38 millimeter pen, which I really like. I love how small the tip of this pen is because as someone who writes smaller, I feel like it just makes it very easy and it looks very clean and nice, and I love it. Who knew? Who knew that I would be into different pens? this year. I just wanted to give a little update on the book that I finally finished reading and then my journal. I'm excited to get back into journaling, make that a habit for this year, and also find new books to read for this year.